Hi, listeners. This is Monisha, not just another podcaster. I am the podcaster to listen to when your life is on a roller coaster. I'm the queen of roller coasters. How do you think I became a life coach? And no, I didn't crack the code to life. I just learned to deal with it a little better than most. And do you know why that is? It's because I refused to give up, give in, or stay put. I didn't drop my standards of drama just because life was tough. What can I say? Take the bull by the horns and say, I got this. Yep, that was my mantra. I got this. Which means that you are capable of handling more than you give yourself credit for. So, why do we credit ourselves with less than we are? Because that is what we are conditioned to do. We are conditioned to believe that we can always be more. What that more is rarely defined. Actually, it's never defined. Interesting conundrum to be in. Coming back to I got this. My life, as I mentioned earlier, has been a roller coaster and it has not always been easy. In fact, now that I think about it, it has never been easy. But so what? Andy Puddicombe, in this book Mindfulness and Meditation, refers to a guy called Joshi he met in India who lost his entire family in a span of 3 months. I don't know what could be worse. The last 2 years has been horrible for a lot of people. Families who lost loved ones, friends who lost close buddies, taken to the hospital, never to be seen again, buried along the river, burnt in mass fires. Compared to this kind of loss, my life has been the result of my own choices. Good, bad, indifferent. I guess what is important is to change the way we see things. It is my belief that when we change our perspectives, we change our realities. Because, and we need to understand this clearly, our realities are how we see things. Our reality is based on our preconditioning and our presuppositions. My reality is that my life has been a roller coaster because that is how I have perceived it. Yet, if I say that my life has been a bunch of learnings and lessons that I needed to learn, everything changes. Suddenly, it all makes sense. Suddenly, I understand why I think the way I do. I understand why I do what I do. The shift in my perception has led me to believe that in order for me to become the person I am today, I had to undergo all the things that I did. In order for my evolution, I had to make the choices I did. Because get this, the choices created consequences that were good, bitter, and perhaps necessary for me to evolve into who I am today. Okay, so I'm not a saint. I don't even pretend to be one. But what I am for sure is aware, cognizant, and awakened to my perceptions and my reality. So let's take for example a couple goes on a few dates. Then suddenly the woman starts to pull back. This is as per the perception of the man in the equation. The man thinks the woman is pulling back and his perception is that she doesn't want to be with him. Now this equation may be one of a few women the man has dated and he begins to believe that there is something fundamentally wrong with him because women go on a few dates and then back off. So he builds this belief that he can't get a girlfriend. Now, maybe that is true, maybe that's not. Maybe the woman this time around got caught up in work and her priority was not dating. Maybe it was work. Maybe it was her family. Whatever it was for sure not the guy. Perception and not reality led to the man believing about himself that he's not dating material or some such thought. If he only picked up the phone and got clarity on why the woman pulled back, he would have had clear information as to why the woman was pulling back, and perhaps his belief stacking would not have had so much weight. Reality is very different from what the guy perceived or thought, wasn't it? So, in order to change the reality, we need to change how we look at things. We need to take into account our belief systems and our world view. So, coming back to my changing perception, leading to my changed worldview, When I took into account my role in the choices I made, I stopped blaming other people for my roller coaster life. I held myself accountable for my choices. Therefore, I started making different choices. So, my question is, are you willing to relook and change your perceptions and maybe relook your realities in the bargain? If you are so inclined, do connect with me at monisha@monishamitra.com. A willingness to learn, change, and evolve is all it takes to make the difference in your life. And just to let you know, this podcast was created on Hubhopper Studio. If you wish to start your own podcast for free, visit studio.hubhopper.com or download the mobile app on Google Play Store. Hubhopper is India's leading podcast creation platform. Start your podcast and get your voice heard across platforms like Spotify, Gaana, Google Podcast, Wink Music, and so much more. Click on the link in the episode description or visit studio.hubhopper.com. And until the next time, this is Monisha Mitra signing out.